Hey Aquarius, welcome to your next 48 reading. This is going to be what can you expect in the next 48 hours. This reading may not resonate for everybody, guys, so if it's not your story, don't take the message. Okay, don't force it to fit. I am recording outside, so if you hear some birds, we're in nature. And also, if it's shaky, I'm sorry if the table is a little bit unstable, but we're here for the message, okay? But let's get started. What can Aquarius expect in the next 48 hours? What can Aquarius expect in the next 48 hours? Okay. Oh, wow. We got the Queen of Pentacles and we got the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like if you guys have been putting in work, you are going to get what you expect in work. Okay, for sure. I feel like you're going to reap the rewards of your hard work. You're going to reap the fruits of your labor is what I feel like. Especially if you've been laboring, if you've been going really hard at your job, a career, a business, or whatever you're trying to build, whatever you've been nurturing. So I feel like money is going to be as you can expect it. I feel like money is going to be trickling in. I'm also getting Aquarius. If you guys have a platform, I feel like people are going to be trickling in, or clientele is going to be trickling in. If you have a business, money's going to be trickling in. It feels like it's slowly, but if you work towards it, you will reap what you have sown. So I want to say maybe just keep working, okay? But the Queen of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles. What is this for Aquarius? I'm also seeing your trust is going to be deepening in a connection that you're involved in with somebody. Okay, I feel like things might be getting serious really fast between you and somebody else. Okay, it's like you're moving from one space to another very quickly with someone. Like you and someone might jump to moving in together immediately, or I see you like hitting it off with someone like immediately. Like there's an immediate connection. There's fire. There's flames. There's passion. There's good energy. There's love. It's like there's everything there. Like we have everything we need for success. I'm getting the Magician. Like we have all the tools we need for success. So why not? Like why not just like bite the bullet, take the leap, jump all the way in? So I see you like jumping into a relationship with somebody or falling for somebody, and you're falling really hard and you're falling really fast. With this Nine of Pentacles, this could be someone that's very self-sufficient, maybe somebody that's wealthy, someone that's very generous. Could be an earth sign. I was getting another Aquarius for some of you, but it could also just be someone where you both have your own independent lives, like you nurture your own personal lives, and you also can come together and provide each other sustenance as well. So it's not codependent, like you are independent from one another. But I see like a connection like blossoming or growing very fast. You can meet somebody and hit it off like immediately. Like you go to a coffee shop, like especially if you're single, like you go to a coffee shop, or you go to like the library or someplace where there's people. Let's not say the library. Let's say somewhere where there's talkative or social people. You go to like a coffee shop or Starbucks or something like that, and you hit it off with like the barista, or you go to a bar, you hit it off with the bartender. Like I'm getting something like that. For some of you, that could be like the person that is being guided your way, like where you're supposed to do that. For others of you, that could just be happening to show you that you still got it. Like if you're like, I'm a little bit rusty in this dating game, I haven't dated in a little bit, and then you go into the corner store, go chat somebody up, that's to show you, like, maybe that person's not your soulmate or anything, but that's to show you, like, you still got it, like, you could get it if you want to. You're a hot mama, hot papa, like, hot little thing, okay? So you're going to get a bit of an ego boost in the next 48 hours, okay? But I definitely see if you're in a connection, Aquarius, and it's positive, the trust is deepening between you and one another. I just feel like you and someone are doing everything you're supposed to do to make the other happy. Like you are being everything you need to be for this person, and they are as well. So I feel like some kind of love is very reciprocal here. Okay, there's a lot of love, is what I feel like, Aquarius, and a lot of stability. Definitely like a lot of maturity, stability, longevity, potential for that, and a lot of love is what I feel like. The Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. What is this for Aquarius in the next 48 hours? Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. You may get compliments on your appearance, especially if you've been especially if you've been kind of like enjoying the fruits of your labor and like buying the finer things in life, like indulging maybe in your physical appearance. You're gonna get compliments on that. Like people see what you're trying to do and people like it. Okay. Yeah, definitely. If you've been indulging, like people see what you're trying to do, and then they like it, is what I feel like. Okay, but Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. Okay, now for some of you Aquarius, I see that there's a connection that you have with somebody. And I feel like you and someone, this is a separate message. I feel like you and someone have all the tools you need for success, but something is not flourishing because someone does not have the trust or the maturity. Like someone just maybe needs to trust you a little bit more, or needs to let you into their world a little bit more. Okay, some of you guys, Aquarius, your relationship's going well. For others of y'all, we get different stories as we get deeper in. For others of y'all, you're dealing with someone that's extremely guarded. They're very used to their independence. They're very used to protecting their space and their energy. They're really self-sufficient or like comfortable with or without a relationship. So it's going to be that much harder to get somebody's attention or to get somebody to commit. It's not that they're non-committal, like they can commit, they just see no reason to because they are comfortable in their guardedness or in their protectiveness, in their whatever they have going on. Okay, so I feel like a relationship does have potential with somebody. They just have to like let you in or trust you a little bit more first, which might require you to be a little bit more patient with them if you want it to work with them. Okay, but the Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, my God, what is this for Aquarius? Next 48 hours? I'm also getting Aquarius. If someone hasn't been reaching out to you and you're wondering what they're doing their job. Like they're at work is what I feel like. Like somebody's at work or they're just tending to their garden. Like they're just enjoying the finer things in life. Like someone's not actually doing anything. So if you're wondering if this person's not texting me, then they're probably out here cheating or dotting and bopping around town. I mean, now, this is a tarot reading. I'm not in your life. I'm not surveilling your life. I don't know what your lover's doing because I'm not looking at your lover. But this is for someone specific. They're at work or they're doing their job. They're really not focused on another person. They could really care less. They could really give less of a shit. Okay, is what I feel like. That's for some of y'all. So you don't really have to worry. Your worries feel like they're unfounded. Okay, you don't have to fear anything is going on. Someone don't give a shit about people like that. They pretty much like their own space. Okay, is what it feels like. But one more card about this Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles for Aquarius. Next 48 hours. What can they expect? Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. Okay, we got the Chariot. That's Cancer energy. Hold on a minute. That's like overcoming an obstacle, balancing your heart and your logical brain. Let's let that pass. I see that there's going to be an obstacle that you guys are going to be facing in the next 48 hours, like a challenge, okay, that you're going to have to overcome. It could be about money. I feel like someone's gonna like put the blame on you, Aquarius, regarding their money. So if you're dealing with someone that's not independent, they're not self-sufficient, like they're actually very codependent and they maybe like depend on you for money or something like that, someone's gonna make the situation that they're in your fault. Like I feel like someone's gonna make you feel partially responsible for whatever hole that they're in. Okay, so you guys may have to set a boundary with somebody or put your foot down. You guys may have to not be a doormat for somebody, for them to walk all over you and put your foot down with that person and let them know you are in the position you're in because of you. This is no one else's fault but yours. I am not partially to blame. I'm not any part to blame. I'm not even 1/8 or 1/16, 1/32, 1/30, whatever part to blame. This is fully on you. The burden is fully on you. The burden is all yours. It's not mine. Somebody may definitely try to burden you though. Okay, so you may have a bit of an obstacle. You may just have to set a boundary with somebody. Okay, I'm also getting you may feel partially responsible for someone's suffering. So that could be an obstacle as well. Someone could be making you feel responsible for them, for their terrible decisions, and you could also feel partially responsible out of guilt for wherever their life is at right now, whatever their life looks like. I want to say don't gaslight or don't manipulate yourself, and don't allow someone else to emotionally blackmail or manipulate you. Okay, that it's so hard being a human being because if someone's not doing it to you, you could just be doing it to yourself, right? Like if there's no external pressure blackmailing you themselves or forcing you into submission or telling you this about yourself, once you find peace externally, then you got to focus on balancing that internal world. Like, okay, well, I got to make sure I'm not manipulating myself now. It's always something being a human being. It's so hard sometimes, but just try to find a nice balance. Okay, it's going to be a struggle for you to find balance, but just try to find some kind of balance so that you can overcome some kind of obstacle. Okay, the Chariot is numerology number 7. The sevens do represent wisdom and inner strength, perseverance. So whatever obstacle you face in the next 48 hours, if you persevere, you do have the inner strength to overcome it. You just may have to put in a little bit more work or try a little bit harder to find some balance. Okay, I don't know. I feel like you're dealing with like the growing pains of life or like the everyday struggles of whatever it is that you're in. This could be like the everyday struggle of being a single parent because the Nine of Pentacles is very independent. The everyday struggle of being a business owner, the everyday struggle of being in a relationship, the everyday struggle of being a person. You guys just may be dealing with life things in the next 48 hours, okay? But, Gotta make sure it's still going. What else can Aquarius expect in the next 48 hours? What else can Aquarius expect in the next 48 hours? Okay, we got the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords, this could be news coming in for you guys that's delayed. Okay, this might be news you've been waiting for or waiting on. Oh my God. The Page of Swords is also the Tarot Spy. It's also like holding back or being vigilant, being observant. What's this Page of Swords for Aquarius in the next 48 hours? Someone's in your business. I feel like someone that you know is like all up in your business. Okay. I feel like I feel like you have a little bit of a stalker, Aquarius. There's someone that you know, like maybe they're in your business in a little bit, like in a little bit of the, like maybe they're in your business in a tiny way, like you've told them some things, but somehow they know more and it's because they're stalking you or watching you or they're getting information from somebody else. Okay. So if you don't want your business out there, I would say just be quiet and don't tell people because this person could be blabbering their mouth to somebody else. I'm getting like a little bit of a spy here, like someone watching you or stalking. Okay, someone's like all up in your Kool-Aid in the next 48 hours. I don't know why. Okay, someone all up in your shit. I don't know if they have a crush on you or what. I'll grab that later. But Page of Swords, Knight of Cups. Yeah, I don't know if someone's got a crush on you, but someone's like all up in your shit. So just be mindful. I want to say, Aquarius, keep your business private because there's someone like definitely stalking you. Definitely keep your business private is what I want to say. Yeah, I don't know. Because I feel like you don't know that somebody watches you. This could be like a specific person. Like you don't know that somebody specific is watching you and just taking in information, like watching your struggles, watching you daily. So everything you put on the internet, you delete it, you think it's gone. No, somebody probably screenshotted that shit or they're probably watching. Like someone's like hot on your tail. I'm also getting this is like a general message. You don't know who's watching, so just be careful what you put out there. Like you really don't know. So I would just say just keep your stuff to yourself, at least in the next 2 days. But what is the obstacle for Aquarius in the next 48 hours? What is the obstacle for Aquarius next 48 hours? This could be someone like stalking your phone or on your messages. Maybe they like to play games or head games. What's blocking you is addiction. Okay, so addictive behaviors, toxicity, unhealthy habits. You are either obsessed with someone or struggling with addiction. Get help. Okay, so these are romance cards, but I like to use these for general. So someone could actually literally have an addiction to drugs. Okay, but this is that could be a blockage. This is not to say that this is going to be the blockage for sure. This is to say like if you are to face any blockages, this might be what it is. Okay, and we have too hard. Okay, you believe that it has to be hard, but it doesn't. Let love flow naturally into your life. So your belief system, so your toxic habits or someone else's toxic habits, and the belief that something has to be difficult when it really isn't, or it really doesn't have to be that hard. Basically, someone self-sabotaging could definitely be an obstacle, whether it's you or someone else here. Okay, I'm getting something about limiting beliefs. Yeah, past trauma. Somebody may have to get over their old shit or do some shadow work to get over what's making them sabotage currently. What advice do you have for Aquarius in the next 48 hours? We have bravery. Oh, and we got self-doubt. You're being asked to make a tough decision that you've been putting off because of fear, which is understandable, but you do have the strength and bravery to make this decision, and you will feel so much lighter when you do. So the advice to you is to be brave and be courageous and don't be afraid. Don't prolong or put off making a decision, especially if you know it's one that you have to make. And we got self-doubt. With this bravery card, I want to also say don't prolong your own suffering. Like if you have a chance to get out of something, then get out. Don't prolong something any longer. Okay? Something may require strength. And we have self-doubt. You are questioning yourself and unable to move forward. Don't let fear hold you back. You have the strength and power to see it through. Now is the time to break free from this limiting pattern. So definitely with this addiction card and self-doubt, limiting beliefs, but someone could actually literally have an addiction, but I'm just going to leave that there for you, Aquarius. I'm going to leave that there. So the advice is to work on your confidence, work on self-esteem, and work through trauma. Definitely work through past trauma. This is a great time to do that. Okay, but I also want to say, Aquarius, someone is not all that they seem. Maybe they have trauma to work through. You could be dealing with someone that has past trauma to work through. The person that they're projecting themselves to you as, like the person that they're pretending to be or projecting themselves as is not who they actually are. Like someone actually has a lot of issues underneath the surface that they have to work through. Okay, so I want to say don't fall in love with people or someone's potential. Like, look at what they're showing you and go off of that. Okay, I want to say look at the facts, be observant. Okay, but that's what I got for you, Aquarius. That's been your message. I hope that helped you, and I'll see you guys in your next one. Bye, guys.